Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. It all goes down in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
I'm going to say when I beat Canelo Alvarez.
As we talk about the upcoming bout between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, one guy seems to be very disrespected at the fact that we are talking about Canelo versus Crawford. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. I could just do this all day, the two-time demontage champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Check it out, man. William Scull seems to be pretty disappointed and feels disrespected that everybody is seemingly overlooking him ahead of this upcoming fight with Canelo Alvarez. William Scull is going to be defending his IBF title with unified champion Canelo Alvarez. It was originally Canelo's IBF belt. Canelo was mandated to fight William Scull by the IBF. He said no. I believe Canelo at that time went and fought either Munguia or Berlanga, one of the two. And as we know, William Scull fought for the vacant IBF, won the title, blah, blah, blah. Now Canelo's double back to go get his belt back. But William Scull says he says this, quote, "It's disrespectful to me to speak about the fight with Crawford and not wait for the result of our fight on May 3rd. I'm going to surprise the world." End quote. So William Scull is actually coming to win against Canelo Alvarez, right? He's coming to surprise the world. And it's something that I've been telling you guys. We really can't overlook William Scull. William Scull he's a bigger guy than Canelo, and he has a really good style. And if he can implement a really good game plan, he could beat Canelo Alvarez possibly before Terence Crawford gets his hands on him. And speaking of Terence Crawford has some more things to say. And salute to Thrill Boxing for the interview. But this was a part of the interview. And one thing I like about Terence Crawford going into this fight is that he seems to be supremely confident going into this fight. Check it out.
If you beat Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. When I beat Canelo Alvarez, I think I'm going to be, top 3, pound for pound, best fighters ever. I think Canelo is up there with the all-time greats too. I already look at myself as an all-time great, but to move up essentially 3 weight classes, and dethrone soon to be undisputed 168 champion without even stepping foot in that weight class or the weight class below is like some Henry Armstrong stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Like they always say, you never see a great small guy beat a great big guy. And I want to change that narrative.
Now, to hear what he had to say, he said it's not if I win, it's when I win. When I beat Canelo, right? He knows he's going to go up in there and beat Canelo Alvarez. There's no doubt in his mind. You can look in his face, you can look in his eyes and tell that there's conviction. Like, look, I'm coming out here and I'm coming out here to win. But we got to worry about William Scull first. We got to worry about William Scull. Because William Scull said this is disrespectful to talk about Crawford before waiting to this results first, bro. This is disrespectful. I got to get my shot in first, man. Y'all just acting like I'm just here to lay down for this guy. So it's up to William Scull to prove everybody wrong. Because the way I see it, and I think William Scull does have the style to beat Canelo. However, will he go out there and actually do it? Because a lot of these dudes go up in there and they got the right style for Canelo, but then they go up in there and it seems like they forget how to box all of a sudden. Their boxing IQ goes right out the window and they just kind of standing there for everything Canelo's bringing. It's kind of insane to me. But I'm not going to harp on that, right? I'm not going to beat on that dead horse anymore. We going to see what happens in this fight. Because I've seen in the past when Canelo get these guys in the ring and all of a sudden they can't punch hard no more. All of a sudden they forget how to throw a jab. Or all of a sudden they defensive. They their IQ is all over the fucking place, right? Lean into Canelo's power shots and all types of weird shit. Like, it's crazy. William Scull, bigger guy, faster guy, younger guy, more hand speed than Canelo Alvarez. I'm not sure if he has enough power to actually hurt Canelo. But speaking of Canelo, man, I've been watching some of his training footage. And I don't know if Canelo Alvarez has gotten any better over the years, right? I always been stated, even before the Terence Crawford fight, I always say that Canelo, it seems like he's falling down the hill. He hasn't gotten any better at a certain point. After a certain point, I believe around when the European tour started, around when it first began, the European tour he was on, I feel like he hasn't gotten any better. His skills was stagnant. He just really ain't improving. He's starting to get all these little injuries and shit. So there's no way he could possibly be getting any better. But one advantage that Canelo will always have against any opponent, regardless if it's Scull or Crawford, is that he has the politics of boxing in his back pocket. So both fighters, Scull and Crawford, will have to go out there and put up an A-class performance. But William Scull is a bigger guy, faster hand speed, coming from the Cuban boxing background. He feels disrespected. So now I expect William Scull to go out there and make a statement. You go up in there, you pity-patting, it's looking like a glorified sparring session, I'm going to turn off the fucking TV, bro. I need to see you come to win. Because I don't want to hear no talking unless you coming to win and fight this dude, bro. See, with Terence Crawford, I know he's going to come to win. He has to. But I've seen in the past where dudes got in here with Canelo, dudes with really good styles for Canelo, and they sit there and they just forget. They forget. A dude with 2 left knees, cutting off the ring on these guys, punching them in the shoulders and shit, hitting them in the arm and the hips. How is he even catching you, bro? Why your jab ain't firing out like it? Like, come on, man. Don't even get me started, bro. But Terence Crawford, man, he said, when I win. It's not if I win, bro. It's when I win, when I beat Canelo. He knows he's going to beat Canelo. I mean, come on, man. I know it sounds crazy. And in my last video, a lot of guys came in there and we had a good conversation. But Canelo Alvarez got 2 left knees. Yeah, he got some power, but come on, man. He loads up on them shots, bro. He loads up. Terence Crawford seen that coming yesterday, bro. And with Crawford being a smaller guy coming up, he's going to have the speed advantage, the reflex advantage. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Will Crawford retain his speed? Or will he have enough speed to deal with the guy who's been a little bit more comfortable at that weight class in Canelo Alvarez? Can't wait to see it. I'm about as confident as Crawford going into this fight. I think Terence Crawford's going to get the job done. William Scull may very well get the job done as well. That's going to ruin everybody's plans, though. So, unfortunately for William Scull, I don't want to say I don't want you to win, but I do want to see Canelo versus Crawford. If William Scull just so happened beats Canelo Alvarez, then going into the Crawford fight, it just won't have the same luster as it had if he didn't get beat by William Scull. So Canelo got to be prepared to deal with 2 guys that's coming to win. I think William Scull is coming to win, right? You know, I question a lot of these unknown fighters that fight Canelo. They can fight. Some of them can fight, but then they get in there and they just can't fight all of a sudden. I expect William Scull to go out there and make a name for himself. If anything, you need to go out there and make a name for yourself, bro. Because when a lot of these dudes go fight Canelo, minus a few guys, right? They go up in there and they kind of lay down for dude. It's like they just fade to black. You don't see nothing of them no more. They gain weight. They just removed from the sport, a la Jamel Charlo and Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I'm saying? 2 guys that I could just name on top of my head. Like, they just faded to black. Just what happened? What happened? You went up in there and laid down, and then you just disappeared from the sport. Kovalev, just gone. Just magically disappeared. Only guy that's still around is Caleb Plant and Callum Smith. They the ones that still lingering around. Actually, Caleb Plant might be fighting Jamal Charlo soon, so stay tuned for that one. But I don't know, man. We go see. Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion, these are tough styles for him. And the only advantage he really have on the Crawford fight, in my opinion, is the weight and the politics of boxing. Everything else is leaning towards Crawford, in my opinion. We can argue about that next time we go live if you want to. Right? We can argue that all day. Tell me how I do with 2 left feet, with the Stone Cold knee brace, with a loaded punches. How is he going to beat a guy like Crawford? How? Without him just knocking Crawford out. You know what I'm saying? How is he going to get a decision against Terence Crawford? Hell, I'll go further. How is he going to get a decision on a William Scull if he's firing off those fast combinations, moving in and out, similar to a Dimitri Bivol? I would argue that William Scull is faster than Dimitri Bivol, a twitchier guy than Dimitri Bivol. Now, does he have the discipline to stick to the game plan throughout the fight? We go find out. Because Canelo has a way of changing guys' game plans once he lands those shots on these dudes, whether it's on the shoulders, the arms, or the hips. Right? He changes guys' game plans. Canelo's a smart fighter for what it's worth, right? For what he lacks for in agility and speed and things of that nature, he makes up for it with other things. These are things that Scull and Crawford is going to have to look out for. Because Canelo Alvarez, even though he got 2 left feet, even though he got 2 left knees, he still finds ways to slow guys down. Is he going to be able to slow down William Scull? Is he going to be able to slow down Terence Bud Crawford? We go find out. But Terence Crawford says when he wins the fight, like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.